Every single time that I finished recording the video, boom, breaking news. And it's true, this one was in the air. We just didn't know the timing. Well, today Bayern Munich is writing on their social network, on their official site, that there is a new direction for the new season. FC Bayern and Thomas Tuchel to end their working relationship in the summer. It's already the third coach after Klopp and after Xavi that will still be until the end of the season on their actual bench, knowing that they are not part of the future project. Right decision to have that communication already public now or not? I don't know. Difficult, tough, but they took a big decision. Who will be the next coach? Some are speaking about Xabi Alonso, others are speaking about Zidane, Antonio Conte, or whoever. What we know, it's the ex-coach of Augsburg, Mainz, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, and now Bayern Munich will not be on the team of the Bundesliga next season. What will be his new journey? Who will be the coach of Bayern Munich? Big question mark. We'll speak about all the details in a future video, but please enjoy what I recorded today. Yesterday, 2 Champions League games. Today, 2 other Champions League games. In the middle, the win from Manchester City over Brentford 1-0 with a goal of Erling Brood Haaland. My name is Giuseppe. We'll cover all of that and much more. If you didn't yet, please put a maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm rocking today the 97-98 Barcelona shirt. Why? Because the Catalonian team is playing today a crucial game in the Maradona Stadium against Napoli. And if you're asking yourself, Beppe, where are you getting all these fantastic, beautiful vintage shirts from? Well, link is into the description. You can go locally in Belgium to 90 Vintage Football Store, or you can go on their website. The links are into the description. We start with the 2 games of Champions League of yesterday. Inter won 1-0 against Atletico Madrid, and then the draw between PSV and Dortmund. I told you, I was thinking that PSV Dortmund would have been much more entertaining than the tactical game between Inter and Atletico Madrid. Well, we only watched 3 goals in 2 games. On the other side, I also told you yesterday that Inter, according to me, was a serious candidate to win the Champions League, where last year they finished second with a goal of Rodri. We all remember in that final, Manchester City winning their first ever Champions League trophy. Well, Inter yesterday, they showed again their strength. What is the media speaking about today? The Italian and Spanish media. Well, in Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter ole, in a Spanish way of saying we won that game with Arnautovic, and we will come back on Arnautovic on the front page. But Spanish media is saying, wait, you won 1-0, all good, all okay, but we are absolutely not worried. Marca, esto se remonta. The score of yesterday, we don't care, because we will be able to overtake it with a remontada, and us is going in the same direction. Madrid será otra cosa. In the Wanda Metropolitana, in the comeback, in the return game, it will be a total different story. They are absolutely convinced that the 1-0 of yesterday is not enough to see already Inter qualified to the next stage, to the quarterfinals. And even the coach, Diego Simeone, ex-Inter player and now the coach of the Colchoneros, said yesterday, it's true, we conceded too much, but with Morata, that will be in his top form, we can do the remontada. With Griezmann and Correa also on top of our striker list, it will be a total different game. Well, the first, of course, thing that they need to check is the ankle problem of Griezmann, that around the 75th minute saw him being subbed off. Will he be there? Yes or no? Diego Simeone said it should not be that worried, but it's true that he was not able to finish the game yesterday. Now, coming back to the game, Corriere dello Sport saying Inter di forza. Inter with a lot of strength. Yesterday, Inter dominated that game. If in the first half we didn't see the most entertaining game, well, it was a masterpiece of tactical football from both sides, especially with Inter that was able to play a fantastic, beautiful football with all their men, especially one Barella that was extremely important for the Nerazzurri. Not only Barella, but also Di Marco that was pushed up front with Bastoni that went wide. Yesterday they played extremely well. Going from that 3-man defense towards the 2-man defense together with Sommer, they played tactically extremely well. It was still 0-0 at the end of the first half. I told you yesterday I was really thinking that Simeone would have gone there and would have been happy with a draw. thinking that he would have played Reinildo on the left side to go with a 5-man defense. Well, yesterday when I saw that he didn't play Reinildo on the left, but he went for another player, I thought maybe they want to do something. They even tried a bit in the first half, absolutely not anymore in the second half. The second half that changed with Arnautovic because Marcus Thuram went out of an injury. We had Arnautovic that entered, and at a certain moment he was about, seriously, to be whistled by his own supporters. Yesterday he won the man of the match. I believe it's a bit exaggerated to give him that trophy. It's true, he decided the game with a 1-0 with his goal, but on the other side he missed 3, if not 4, huge big attempts before that. I can guarantee you, if he's not the one that is deciding the game with his goal and he said thank you, one of the most, if not the most important goal of my career, I can guarantee you that he would have spent a really difficult night in Milano. But that was of course the turning point of the game. Thuram out, Arnautovic in. After a few misses he's able to score that goal and to give the momentarily win of Inter over Atletico Madrid in 3 weeks, the return game. Who will go through? Will Inter be the first team to be able to beat Atletico Madrid in their stadium this season? Let's see. On the other side, PSV 1, Dortmund 1. Not the most spectacular game. Both of the teams, they were not even exceeding 0.5 expected goals. 1-1, goal of Malen first in the first half, ex-PSV player. And then in the second half, who other than Luc de Jong, that is the top scorer of Champions League at the moment. 35 games, all competition for the Dutch guy. 28 goals, 11 decisive passes, 11 assists. It is incredible. He was on fire, as I told you yesterday, and yesterday he showed it again, even if it's coming from a penalty. And today the Dutch media, Sportwereld, is speaking about gelukje. Luc de Jong, gelukje. Gelukje means a bit of luck. Yes, a bit of luck, because that penalty was crazy. The decision to give a penalty was absolutely out of proportion, and Mats Hummels yesterday, he wanted really to say his thoughts on Twitter, saying Twitter was waiting for it, Twitter will get it. What a joke of a penalty against us again. It's not the first time. I cannot believe there can be decisions like today or against Chelsea or Paris Saint-Germain with the VAR. I totally agree with him. What a crazy decision. After watching it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, I don't understand that they gave that penalty to Dortmund. Now we go to Manchester City. But before that, I really want to ask you a question if you are watching that video. If you are familiar with English media, I'm asking myself, are English media really caring about Champions League? What is most important competition, the Champions League or Premier League? Because I don't know if they remember, but today Arsenal is playing a round of 16, and that's the first time since season 16-17. So we are speaking about years ago, against Porto, with a big chance to go and qualify already today, showing a beautiful result. But today the headlines, the papers are speaking only about Manchester City win over Brentford. So that's what we'll cover first. Sting in the ponytail. Yesterday, Erling Broad Haaland was able to score that goal, coming back to goal. He needed it after 2 months being out because of injury. After, unfortunately, private situation that made him actually suffer a lot, he came back with a goal and also with a win. A win that see them now second, and I can tell you that I'm extremely happy to see that the top 6, all of them played equally 25 games. We don't have 1 game in hand or 2 games in hand, or they need to play more or less, you know, with 23, 21, 25. No, all of them have 25 games, which are actually mirroring the real situation, which now we see 57 points for Liverpool, 56 for Manchester City, 55 for Arsenal. Who will win Premier League? Well, we have time to speak about that. On the other side, coming back to the goal, Erling Haaland is now crazy. Crazy why? Because he scored at least 1 goal against every single team that he played against in Premier League. It's just crazy. It is just crazy for Erling Broad Haaland that this season we are not really speaking a lot about. Hall of Fame, but on the other side, this time they are speaking a bit, at least, about Arsenal this evening. Sunsport on that left part, Mick on a mission. Porto against Arsenal. What is the mission? Well, the last 7 times that they played the round of 16, they were eliminated, the Gunners. And this time they have the opportunity to go to the quarterfinal, which would be a big achievement already. And they are betting. Arteta is betting on Arsenal going through quarterfinal, maybe semi-final, maybe even winning the competition. Who will play against who? Well, we have Raya that will be in the goal, a 4-3-3 for Arsenal with White, Saliba, Gabriel and Kivior. Odegaard will be there, Rice, Havertz, and then Saka, Trossard and Martinelli. For Porto, well, we see that Pepe will be there, and like Ojogo is writing, do Jubileo de Pepe. He will be the field player that is the most old one to ever play Champions League. We are not speaking about goalkeepers, but field player. Well, today, if he plays 1 minute, he will be the oldest one to ever play the Champions League competition. Today I told you I'm rocking that one, and we didn't even speak about it yet, but today big game, Napoli against Barcelona. What a game. And Sport, the Spanish paper, is writing, hoy no valen excusas. What a big title. They are warning the team of Xavi. They are telling him today there are no excuses that will be valid. You have to go, you have to win, you have to come back with a victory, and even potentially already telling us we have big chances to qualify for the next round. Mundo Deportivo, Forza, the Italian way of saying strength, let's go for it, we support you, Barça, showing Lewandowski on the right side and Victor Osimhen on the left side. Now I have to say that these titles are focusing on football. I'm happy to read them, but I'm not sure that this is what the headlines of Barcelona side papers wanted to go for, because yesterday in the press conference before the game there was De Jong that was there. Frankie De Jong was answering the question, and 90% of the questions were not speaking about Napoli, Barcelona, but only about his future. They wanted to go with the headline, De Jong is leaving Barcelona, or De Jong is staying at Barcelona. At a certain moment, De Jong, he was not happy at all. He was pissed off, said, why are you lying that much? You lied about the salary that I have here. You lied about my mood here. I love, because it's my childhood team, the team that I was dreaming to play about, and I want to stay here for many years. Now, the papers are focusing only about sport, but it could have changed the narrative. And I'm asking myself, what is most interesting for media, but also for the people that are watching it? Is it transfer market? Is it all the gossip stories? Or is it actually football? Football on the field. And today Gazzetta dello Sport is writing it should be the night of Victor Osimhen. Why? Because he's coming back after 60 days of not playing anymore for Napoli. After a suspension and after playing AFCON, he will be there playing again from Napoli from the first minute. It could be the night of Osimhen before he's certain to leave Napoli at the end of the season. Will it be Chelsea? Will it be another team? We'll discuss about that later. But he will play in front of the strikers, the offensive power, from the new coach of Napoli that yesterday was there for his very first day. Also for him, press conference, and today he's already playing against Barcelona in a crucial, important game. We spoke about Bayern Munich yesterday. We spoke about Bayern Munich 2 days ago. Well, today the big pages of Sportbild in Germany are also speaking about Bayern Munich with a big picture of Tuchel, der Bayern Absturz, which means the Bayern chaos. It is really chaos. The drama of Bayern Munich. But what caught my eyes is also there below on that left page of the left side of the page where you're speaking about Wilmots. Schalke, chaos Wilmots. The chaos of Schalke is going to Wilmots. I was really curious to understand it, because Schalke is playing in second division and they are not doing that well. They're really close to relegation zone. Well, Mark Wilmots, after being a great Belgian player, he played for Schalke 04, or Schalke 04. Now he's going back, not as a coach, because he already coached Belgian national team, etc., etc. He get a lot of experience as a coach, but for the very first time, he will be now the sporting director of the second division, Old Glory Schalke 04. Is he the right solution with zero experience to take back Schalke and bring them first in a stabilization in second division, secondly being promoted again where they deserve to be? Big question. Big questions. Let me know what you thought about the videos. Don't forget, if you didn't yet, please subscribe to the channel and also share the channel, the video, with all your families and friends that are loving football. Tell me what you think about that shirt. And if you are here at the end of the video, let me know if you know at least 2 players that played with that shirt. Let me know. Thank you. I believe that we covered football.